Hey friends, welcome to this Lead Up Coach episode. My name's Wes. I've been leading worship for a long time, and I hope that I can add some value to your life and your leadership today. This episode's called Walk in Their Shoes. I want to convey to you the importance of empathizing with your congregation or whoever it is that you're leading, and really understanding the way that they think, how they feel, and feeling inside of your heart how they feel. It'll help make you a better leader. I want to illustrate how Jesus does this. I want to take you to Luke chapter 7. This is a situation where a widow's son has recently died. He's being carried away, and these guys are literally carrying his burial casket, and the woman is weeping. A considerable crowd from the town was following after, weeping along with him, as Jewish tradition would have it. And Jesus comes up, and it says in verse 14, he came up and he touched the casket, and he said, "Hold still, guys. Something's about to happen. Young man, I say to you, arise." Now that's a pretty cool miracle, but I want to back us up just a couple verses. The question I want you to consider is, why did Jesus do that? Yeah, he did it to prove his power and to prove his miraculous nature and all this, but I actually think there's a more fundamental, human, loving reason why he did this. It says it was the only son of his mother. Jesus knew that, and as he was being carried out, it says when the Lord saw her in verse 13, he had compassion on her and said, "Do not weep." It's this same compassion that we as leaders must have. We have to walk in their shoes. We have plans, we have vision, we have talent, we have lots of things we're bringing to the table. We have a calling, we're called to lead. But more importantly than leading is just knowing people, loving people. And if we don't do that, our leadership's not going to be powerful and effective. So I want to encourage you today. I hope this principle will add value. As you see the people you're leading, make sure you get to know them. Try to understand what they're dealing with in their life. It's going to drastically change the way that you lead. Jesus could have done a lot of things in response to that situation. I think the reason his actions were the way that they were was because he cared. He saw the pain that this woman was dealing with, and he said, "You know what? I can lead us into a change in this situation." And so that's what he did. For you and for me, the goal is to do just that. Walk in your followers' shoes so that you can love them just like Jesus does and would if he was walking in your shoes. Remember, too, that Jesus loves you and knows what's going on in your life. And it's from that power source that we lead out of. We don't just lead out of obligation or guilt because Wes said so or Luke chapter 7 says so. We lead because he loves us first. And because he loves us first, we can love others well. Let's lead up well together from the heart. If this has benefited you today, I'd love for you to follow me on all social media platforms that you find yourself, and also head over to LeadUpCoach.co, where I have full courses expanding this content into greater detail. I'd love to see you there as we learn how to lead up together well from the heart.